Hello students, today I am going to discuss about the syllabus of the class 12th physics as well as the 11th physics, means the physics which we are teaching in the schools. As you can see that physics in CBSE curriculum, it can be divided into two parts, classical physics and modern physics. Now classical physics के जो दो इम्पॉर्टेंट नेम्स हैं, जो उससे जो दो इम्पॉर्टेंट साइंटिस्ट हैं जिनकी वजह से क्लासिकल फिजिक्स को ज़्यादा जाना जाता है, दे आर न्यूटन एंड मैक्सवेल. सो क्लासिकल फिजिक्स इज ऑल्सो कॉल्ड एज द फिजिक्स ऑफ न्यूटन एंड मैक्सवेल, whereas modern physics a large part is contributed by, or you can say that it is based around the work done by Einstein and Planck. Now this classical physics, you can again divide this classical physics into three parts: mechanics, electromagnetism and thermodynamics. Now mechanics is the part which is discussed in class 11th first NCERT book. Electromagnetism is discussed in class 12th first NCERT book. Thermodynamics basically more or less is the major part of class 11th physics. Second part is comprising of this part, and your class 12th physics second book of NCERT is it deals majorly about the modern physics. Now here is the syllabus of class 12th. These are the different you can say the parts of the syllabus: electrostatics, which are your chapter number 1 and 2, and current electricity, chapter number 3. Now electrostatics is the study of static charges, how they behave, what are static charges, what is the history related to their discovery, and how they interact with each other. Interact means how they exert forces on each other. That is electrostatics, means basically about the static charges. It is discussed in your chapter number 1 and 2, and it is nearly of 8 marks, near about. Now the third chapter is about the current electricity. When these static charges, they start to flow, when they start moving, then they constitute the current. And we will discuss about this current electricity in chapter number 3, which will be approximately of 8 marks. Now when the charges start flowing, they constitute the electric current, and they acquire some properties of exerting the magnetic fields or creating the magnetic fields. So this property will be discussed particularly in chapter number 4 of your syllabus, magnetic effects of current, and also in chapter number 5, magnetism. Now this part, these two chapters, chapter number 4 and 5, they will be approximately of 8 marks. Then how this suppose as we will discuss in chapter number 4 and 5 that when current flows, it can generate the magnetic field. Now it means its opposite should also be true, that if magnetic field can be generated, then we can create the current also. We can make the current to flow, and that will be discussed in chapter electromagnetic induction, with chapter number 6. And the type of current that we obtain through the magnetic fields is called as the alternating current, and that will be discussed in chapter number 7. And both these chapters will be approximately of 9 marks. Now after that we have a chapter of EM waves, chapter number 8, ray optics, chapter number 9, and wave optics, chapter number 10, in which we will discuss about basically about the waves, how they propagate, how they move, and their properties, and different other terms which are related to the waves. This chapter number 8, electromagnetic waves, will be approximately of 4 marks. Ray optics and wave optics both will be of 7 marks approximately will be each. I am just telling you the approximate distribution of marks, and this is not hard and fast. Then after that, dual nature of matter, because we will see this here in chapter number your 9 and 10. In chapter number 9 says that it discusses about the ray properties of light, like just like a particle. So it means this chapter number 9 will discuss about the property of light, that it behaves like a particle. Then in chapter number 10, we will discuss that light is not behaving like a particle, but rather it behaves like a wave. In chapter number 11, dual nature of matter and radiation, we will come to know about again few properties which will say that the light behaves like a particle. So finally we come to the conclusion that light behaves both like as a particle as like a wave. It depends on the condition through which, or the phenomena under which the light is going. So that will be your chapter number 11, and which will be of approximately 5 marks. Then we have two chapters, 12 and 13, atoms and nuclei. We'll discuss about the properties, basically about the atomic models in this chapter, and more precisely about the Rutherford model and the Bohr's model. In chapter number 13, nuclei, we will discuss about the nuclear composition and how the nucleus gets stable by releasing the energy, nuclear reactions like fission and fusion. All these things we'll discuss in chapter number 13, and they together are of nearly of 7 marks. Finally, lastly, the chapter is solids and semiconductor devices. In this chapter, we will discuss about the semiconductors which lie in between the conductors and the insulators. And this is your chapter number 14, which will be approximately of 7 marks. As I told you that marks distribution I have discussed is just an approximate distribution of marks. Otherwise, the basic distribution is like this. Your chapter number 1, 2 and 3, they are together of 16 marks. Then chapter number 4, 5, 6 and 7, they are of 17 marks. Chapter number 8, 9, 10, they are of nearly of 18 marks. And chapter number 11, 12, 13 of 12 marks. And chapter number 14 of 7 marks. And this together becomes 70 marks of your syllabus.